I'm here with Andrew Keenan-Bolger, the YA author. The one of the stars of Tuck the Musical. Well, no, you're both, right?
I mean, I try to be.
Yes. So right now we're here at a press preview for Tuck the Musical, and you play?
I play Jesse Tuck, who is a teenager who for the past 85 years has never gained a day past 17.
Had you read the book before being offered the part?
You know, Tuck Everlasting by Natalie Babbitt was one of the first books that my mom read aloud to my sisters and I when I was a kid, and I remember so much about that book. But mostly, I remember my mom getting really emotional at the end, her reading these lines like, "You don't have to live forever, you just have to live," and never really understanding the power of that. And now getting to do the show every night, I get to the end of the show, and when those lines are said, I have so turned into my mom. And it's, I think, a testament to great literature that it can affect people at every age in your life.
It was required reading for both of us in our grade schools. And for me, it was the book that made me want to read more books. I was just absolutely moved. And the amazing thing is we met at NYU Graduate Musical Theater Writing Program, and after we wrote our thesis musical, we just made a list of like, what are the dream projects that we'd like to work on? And the top of our list 15 years ago was Tuck Everlasting. And so it's been an amazing journey trying to get the rights, finally getting the rights, getting to meet Natalie Babbitt and do this adaptation. It's a dream come true.
Did you meet Natalie Babbitt?
I did. Oh, I want to tell you the story. So, opening night back in Atlanta for the world premiere, I met her and I had my book and I gave it to her. She signed it and everything. She's so nice. She really does have a sparkle in her eye.
You know, she's been involved with this really from the first reading and has lent her support, also given some notes that are helpful about what she had intended to write. I think to have her vote of confidence entering this Broadway season means everything.
As a writer, to put my hands on your book, which is a classic, which is amazing, you know, I went at it, I knew I had to change many, many things because what you read in a book and what you see on a stage are very different, and you sometimes, in a sense, have to break it to make it.
Tuck Everlasting, despite sometimes feeling like a small book about a family, it's a huge, it's like ready to be made into a musical because it asks, you know, musicals want to sing, and you want to sing for a big emotional reason, and there's nothing more emotional than like, you know, am I going to live forever or am I going to die tomorrow?
It was wonderful because it really posed the question for children and or adults. I mean, if you could, would you live forever?
You know, it's still very adult in theme, you know, dealing with the circle of life and death. So it's really not something that's just for kids.
I play a 17-year-old, but someone who's been 17 for 85 years. And when I first approached this, it was probably 6 years ago when I was a lot closer to that age. And I think the things that came easy were the sense of youth and the sense of like wonderment and discovery. And now as I've aged with the role, I feel like I found another layer, which is how lonely it can be to have to spend your life seeing everyone grow past you. And I don't think I would have known that had we gone to Broadway right away.
So you're a YA author, and you've co-written 2 books that are kind of like theater-type books.
Yeah, I'm the author of Jack and Louisa, Act 1 and Act 2, which is about 2 theater nerds who meet and do community theater together. And it's totally based out of love that I had for working in an art form at a young age and the power that can have on you as you become an adult. Yeah,
so we have you and we have Tim Federle, who's the co-author of the story here on Tuck the Musical, and you both wrote books about being kind of theater nerds.
I know. Honestly, the reason that I was able to write a book is because of the brilliant mind of Tim Federle.
One of the cast members is also an author.
Andrew Keenan-Bolger, who is himself writing books for middle schoolers now. It's all the rage. You got to get into Kidlit, you know. You got to minor in Kidlit if you're not going to major in it.
There's been a lot of talk about the sets. What can we expect?
Oh, it's beautiful. The set is gorgeous. It's sort of like a magic realism with the set. It's a little abstract, but also just really feels right for the tone of the show.
The set and the lighting is like you could pay money just to come in to see that. insane.
Yeah, it's an all-star design team, and the last 15 minutes of the show, without giving anything away, I don't think anybody can survive it without crying, and they're good tears. You know, the thing about this show is that this is not like sobbing like I'm never gonna live to see tomorrow. It's really cathartic, and I think audiences are going to be surprised by how cathartic it is.
It's where you want to see it again and bring a friend.
It opens on April 26th. Previews start March 30th.
Right, at the Broadhurst Theater.